Bentornati. Welcome back to Create Above and Beyond, where our genie is working tirelessly. Look at this. This is awesome. Yeah, in the last episode, we managed to get our hands on the dimensional mine shaft and the genie miner Azur, which is slowly but surely mining his way through the infinite cosmos to get us a wide variety of ores, practically everything you can get, well, from below ground and also from the nether, you can have in here. There's obviously stuff that is more common or less common, but looks pretty good. Like, look at this diamond ore, ruby ore, emeralds, everything you want. Now, there's only one issue. The more it mines, the more this object gets consumed, in a sense. The durability goes down and eventually it would break. However, we have something. First of all, we got this thing enchanted with mending. Mending means that whenever you collect experience, this thing can be repaired, right? That's what it means. So I have in here my hero's medallion. If I click on the ground, releasing some experience, then I can do this, and that, as you just saw, repairs the lamp. Now, what is this contraption in here? Well, this is what ensures that this genie lamp will never run out of durability. And this is done through the use of brass pipes and these filters and various modules. However, I don't wanna focus on that for now. I will come back to it at the end of this episode. For now, we go downstairs and we start working on something else. Specifically, we want to head in the kitchen, because today we start working on the new chapter 3, the catharsis. I think what we want to do is say that we start this chapter. Sure, okay, chapter started. Okay, get me the tea. I do like myself some tea. And out of all these lines, I want to start from here, because I already have a nice build that I tested. So, slimy ferns, right? In order to produce gunpowder, bone meal, and ender dust, the peculiar slimy fern can be used as an alternative to monster farms. Roam the lands for a bit and look out for egregiously vibrant spots of color in the vegetation. Don't forget to bring a pair of shears. Now, we already done this when we went out exploring to find slimes and slime trees and slime saplings. So I should already have in here all the kinds of slimy ferns. Actually, not all of them. There should be another kind in here. There we go. Now I have all of them on me. But good. Door, please. Door, please. Thank you. So, what do you do with these? A slimy fern can be cut into 2 slimy fern leaves, either by hand on a cutting board or with a deployer with a knife. And the 3 different kinds produce 3 different end results. So let's grab a knife. Let's put a slimy fern in here. Let's cut with the diamond knife. Yes, diamond knife. He wants us to make diamond leaves of each color, so let's do just that. Cut and cut. There we go. Check. Slimy ferns have the property of instant regeneration when exposed to spirit fire. Much like the quartz incubator in the other factory, we can use this property to create a passive supply. The cycle is simple: cut the fern plant into 2 halves using a deployer, then throw one of the leaves into the spirit fire. It is recommended to ensure that all colors of fern are duplicated at similar rates. Create spirit fire by tossing a demon's dream fruit, etc, etc. We know how to do that. Oh, and keep a backup of each fern somewhere safe. That's actually pretty good advice. So now that we have these leaves, right? One we can use to get the end result, and one we could duplicate. Let's try and do this duplicating thing by creating some demon fruit fire. We know how to do that already. I just need to find my flint and steel. Where's the demon fruit? We can have some fire in here just for a second, I think. So if we do this and then toss some of these in here, there they are. So they transformed back into the fully formed slimy ferns, and this thing maybe will disappear on its own. Very good. Now, what do we do with this? They all get tossed into a mill of some kind, I believe. Mysterious biomass. Root the excess leaves into the crusher in preparation for the upcoming magic trick. Now, you don't necessarily need crushing wheels. A mechanical millstone can do just the same. Look at this. Throw everything in. Get all the mysterious blends out. So what are they used for? Each of them then can get cooked over either a campfire or stove or a skillet to get different results. So the slimy fern plant gets you bonemeal. Well, they are all called slimy fern plant. I guess I should say the cyan one gets you bonemeal. The green one gets you gunpowder, and the purple one gets you ender dust. We will need all of them to reach our end goal. However, there is a particular build that I have in mind that is specifically for bone meal. So we got the blends, and we got what? We got this cooking. We got gunpowder, green reactive blend, requires very special heating conditions, etc. We know that. I think it says the exact same thing in here. Now, the part that we need to pay attention to, you cannot smelt those slimy blends on a normal fire. You cannot do it with a blasting mechanism like this. You cannot do it in a vanilla furnace. Doesn't work. I tried. The only way to do it is in one of these mechanisms where you have to right click or deploy on top, and then you have to wait and the item pops up. Okay, so we need also to make sure that we have a way to get loose items, you know, that pop out like that, right? We need to be able to recover them. Now, I have a functioning prototype right in here. Let's actually sleep through the night. As I was saying, I have a functioning prototype in here that does exactly what we described in a closed loop. However, we will now build together an amplified version of this, because long story short, the bottleneck right now is the cooking part, right? Let me get up in here so that you see. So these things, these stoves only have 6 slots, okay? And by the way, even if you were to use something that has more slots, they still just cook one item at a time. So one of these, if we were to use one of these stoves, we would get one item at a time at a specific rate. Have 2 and you doubled the output. I want to build one when we get more of them. Actually, as many as we can. However, before we get there, let me quickly describe what this thing does, okay? So, if we activate, we'll get to see that there is slimy ferns in here. The slimy ferns get... Oh gosh, it's not that visible now, is it? Let me remove this for a second, just so that we see. Right, there's a deployer with a knife in its hand, and I have more knives as a replacement in here. We might at some point also use Eternal Stellas to have indestructible knives. That could be an option. So the knife turns the slimy fern into 2 leaves that get distributed with normal brass tunnels like so. Then they accumulate on these 2 weighted ejectors, because of course we would use weighted ejectors, you know me. When it accumulates up to, yes, 8, 1/2 gets flung on this spirit fire in here and turns back into fully formed ferns, only to be collected by a vacuumulator. Now, vacuumulator is a fantastic machine that got that we just recently was unlocked for us. It's made like so, a zinc machine and an ender pearl. Plus, in here, I installed an item filter. You make an item filter with a normal create filter plus a lapis gear like that, which enables us to access the item filter GUI when I can tell it, okay, only collect this sort of item, okay? And the vacuumulator will collect that kind of item from anywhere in the world. Well, not really anywhere in the world, from the vicinity, let's put it like that. And then, of course, the ferns get back on the belt like that. Now, the other half, though, gets flung vertically on top of this depot that then shoots items down into this very fast millstone. Then we have, ignore the fast spinning gears, from the millstone, 8 blends at a time end up in this depot, and this fantastic mechanical hand grabs them from here and distributes them among these 2 andesite funnels that get into the deployers, and the deployers deploy on top of the stubs. Then from there, another vacuumulator with another item filter collects the gunpowder, and the gunpowder ends up into this drawer. Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Now, we will try and do this on a larger scale, and specifically because, as I said, I want a lot, really a lot of bone meal. So, what's the plan? The bottleneck, as I was saying, is the stubs, but let's say that we can do all of this in such a way that we have 3, 6, 9 stubs, okay? 9 stoves in here with 9 deployers pointing down on each of them, and in the center, right? In the center, we could have the mechanical hand distributing among all of the deployers, and then somewhere, maybe even, let's say here, we could have the vacuumulator, and under the vacuumulator, maybe a hopper that gets the stuff in a drawer in here, right? Which would also mean that we could have maybe the depot for the blend somewhere like in here, which also means having the millstone somewhere around here, right? And the rest can be exactly the same, I think. The only other limiting factor could be this deployer here. However, this can get pretty fast and pretty easily. Let me show you, like if I get in here and I say, hey, that's 24 RPMs. What about 128? Like, look at that guy, see? Practically every time that ticks, we could get 1 item, right? The only thing is, we would also need to wait for that item to cook over the stove, right? So, when that thing goes fast, the bottleneck is in here. Okay, so let's start crafting all the required components. There's a few things that I already have, I believe, like the millstone can get in here, and also let's be open to the fact that maybe we could need more of them, right? So let's try and leave some space in here, something like that. So if we need to have more millstones, we can have maybe up to 3 in here, right? What is this thing doing? I'm now using these things to jump things down, but maybe that's not the optimal, let's say, configuration if we want to go high volume, right? So let's imagine that we route stuff in there with belts, right? Because we could definitely do this and then have this in here, right? Because also if we want to duplicate this, we could simply add more tunnels in here with more belts that get into more millstones, and then from there into more depots. Actually, let's get for now an actual depot in there, just so that we are prepped for the actual build. Do I have a depot in here? I'm not seeing it. I probably don't. So let's get one of this. And one of these. There it is. Espresso. Quickly made. Andesite funnel. Well, no, maybe not an andesite funnel in there. That's not a good idea, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because a mechanical arm, let's say that we have the mechanical arm in here, right? Let's say it. Am I saying it? I just told you that I'm saying that. The mechanical arm needs time to rotate, right? It needs to rotate and extend and grab. However, it can grab multiple items at the same time. So if we use an andesite funnel to extract items from here, this guy would only get one item. So it would spend a lot of time rotating, right? If instead we get a brass funnel, right? We can say, hey, brass funnel, you know what? Brass funnel, no, you get... Okay, brass funnel, you need to get out of there, that's why. Brass funnel, you output 16, right? So when there's 16 in there, this guy rotates and grabs. Actually, now that I think about it, each stove can have 6 items in there. So maybe 6. It's a better idea, but this is the sort of thing that you need to test and refine over time. What else can I plot out in here? So I need to get the slimy leaf in here, right? But the slimy leaf is getting here from a line that is split in 2. So let's extend a little bit here, and let's do this, right? And this is where it gets split the first time. Do I have tunnels? I don't think I have tunnels. I need to make myself some more tunnels. Tunnels are always really, really useful. So let's get our handy dandy portable stone cutter. Let's get a bunch of tunnels. So you never know when you have to split stuff. So what if I do, let's say this. Let's extend this thing like this, and instead do this, and then we can have the weighted ejector in there, just like in the other contraption, right? So let's say for now that this thing goes up here, even if it doesn't have to, but it could be something like that, right? Oh, it's okay, it's night. Let's sleep real quick, so just so that we don't get any interference. And sure, I have my megatorch in there, but the range is not infinite. Potentially a zombie could spawn over there and walk all the way to here, which is not great. I don't like getting interrupted while I'm creating. So netherrack and demon's fruit. I'm not gonna ignite anything right now though. Let's see, I could get this, well, let's just do it exactly the same way, right? So we fling the stuff in here. I would like this to be like this, just so that I can say, hey, let's do at least 8, but maybe even, well, no, let's start with 8 at a time, right? Then for sure we need 2 vacuumulators, right? And one of the vacuumulators can, I mean, if we could do exactly the same thing, can be in here and the deployer is in here. I think this will work. No, I have everything. I mean, of course I don't. I need all the deployers and all the stubs. So, stubs. Why do I keep saying it like that? Stoves. Stove is an O. Okay. Now, let me make a list of the things I need to craft. I need to craft 9 stoves and 10 deployers and 2 vacuumulators. Does that sound right? I think it does. Let's get inside. Let's get crafting. So for 10 deployers, I will need 10 golden hands. Each of them needs 4 gold plates. So I need 40 gold plates. Could you please stump those for me? Good. Vacuumulators are easy. Just need 2 zinc machines, 2 ender pearls, 1 and 2. I need to be able to filter the stuff in there. So I could use... is this filter free? Yes, it is. Do I have another one? Yes, I do. Why are they... They don't... Now they want to stack for some reason. Cool. Anyway. I need... Yes, the lapis gear. So if I look at item filter, there it is. That's what I need. Lapis gear 1 and 2. Boom and boom. 2 item filters. They go together with the vacuumulators, which is good. Let's put the lapis back in there. I think this thing is done. Get me my golden plates now. Deployer, golden hand. 13. No, not 13. Just 10 for now, please. Okay, I have the golden hands. I need the andesite machines. There they are. Boom. 10 deployers. What else? The stoves. Again, I say stoves like that. Stoves. Stoves. So I need that. I need sticks. Right? What? Task completed. Sticks. Good. We have sticks, guys. Guys, we have sticks. Because for stoves, we need to start with the campfire. Right? So, 10 campfire. Thank God they stack. You can get back in there. And then I'm gonna need bricks. Lots of bricks. And I know where to find them. In fact, I've been accumulating bricks. Well, not for this, but just in case something like this would happen. How many bricks for each stove? 4 each. So it's 9 multiplied by 4 is 36. I have 32. Boom, that's better. I also need a lot of iron. Yes, iron. Am I accumulating iron anywhere? Or is this iron going... Well, it's not... Wait! Everything is... It's... The machine is all dead and stopped. Everything is frozen. Okay, give me a second. I probably need to restart the generator. Okay, we also need iron to make the stoves. So let's get in here and... I don't need 10. I only need 9. I think I can, yeah, put that thing in there. I think... I don't know if this is everything, but it's a lot. So let's start putting all these things in place. So let's make place for the stoves. 1, 2, and 3. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That's beautiful, isn't it? Now, deployers. These deployers need a block of spacing. Like that. And then I think we can simply... No, not that. Actually, from below? Yeah, like that. And of course we need to do the same in here. Shift right click. And then the others from below, like this, so they are all aligned. And boom, and boom. These deployers are set. I think I also need... Yes, definitely. I need yes, which you know it means andesite funnel, right? Yes, definitely means andesite funnel. Let's make a bunch. There you go. Should be enough for a second. Let's position these so they all go... Oh, that's the thing. Right. I didn't realize that. I think I can do that. And the mechanical hand can still reach. If not, I'll have to think about something else. Let's try like this for now, though. So this hand will grab from there and distribute it here. Then, let's put the accumulators in place. One should go in there, and another one... Oops. To get back... Let me in here. And one is in there. Let's have one augment in there, and we want this to be allow list Bonemeal. That's what you will collect. Then we take 2 pieces of oak trim. No, maybe just one. One piece of oak trim. Put this in here and produce a 1x1 drawer. Put that in there. One hopper. Put that right there. So this guy collects the stuff that pops up from the stoves. It'll get in its place. Cool. We need fire in here, and we need one of these on this belt. Right. And I'm gonna put... Hey. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for shooting me up. I'll do, again, this sort of thing. Just so that we can contain the fire in here. Let's light this demon fruit. Very good. And it'll never go out. Let's put the other item filter in here. Let's say allow list. And you're gonna be this one, right? And we wanna get the full slimy fern. Let's sleep through the night. Okay, we're getting close. We're definitely getting close. Okay. So, yeah, Fern's getting here, drop down in here. This thing needs a few knives, right? So let's put a hopper up there. And sure, like this thing, like having a hopper with a few knives doesn't exactly means that it's totally passive, infinite and stuff, but you know, we can solve a few problems at a time. If I say knife and I get myself flint knives, these are really easy to make, and also we get flint as a byproduct of a lot of different things, so not that hard to come by, right? So cut in two, get split, one in here becomes another full fern. Again, another one goes in here, gets in the millstone, yada yada yada. Okay, let's start connecting all the various bits and bobs, shall we? Get that. Then let's have a few of these. Also, let's take a few of these and turn them into vertical, because we always need some of those. Then I guess could be something like that. I need shafts for sure. Now, will this thing rotate the right way? I want another rotation speed controller for sure. Oh, right. And seeing the rotation speed controller made me remember a thing that is actually quite important. We need 2 rotation speed controllers. And I'm gonna tell you why in a second here. So, just like we have them in here, right? You see there's a, what is it? Another rotation speed controller in here. Why? Because the speed of the millstone and the hand, it's totally independent from the speed of the belts. And that's because you want the millstone and the hand to be much faster, right? That's what we want. So let's have a rotation speed controller getting power out of this guy. Somewhere around there. Okay. And we can set this guy to, I don't know, 80 for now. And then we get 2 encased chain drives. And we set them up like so. This guy should be connected through this, right? So we just need to connect these belts. And the belts need to get power through another one of these. And this could be somewhere around, I don't know, here. Give me another one. Get me 2 more encased chain drives. And maybe even 2 more, right? Then I need to connect that. And how do I do that? Get this out of the way, please. Like that. Honestly, I could get power from down there. Wouldn't be bad. Give me more encased chain drives. One goes there, one goes there. One of these goes there. The other one goes there. This is power, that is powered. Let me see. We're going the wrong direction, which is not the end of the world. For now. Because I can do this. And let's see. Right, now the belts go the right way. Oh, this guy doesn't have power yet. let's do... And he needs to go the same speed of these. Doesn't really matter in which direction, so I guess this would be enough to power it. Everything is connected, at least in here. I need this guy to receive power. And I guess I could just continue with these. Like, why not? It's kind of cute. And he needs to be set up correctly. So before feeding ferns into the system, let's get this guy up and let's start. Oh, wait. No, okay, we can do it from here. Shouldn't be a problem. Because he needs to extend down there, but then it goes up here. So input, output, 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 out, 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 out. Boom. Right? Right. Should we test the infernal contraption? Yes, we want the cyan slimy ferns. How many do I have? Some. Start with 16. To begin, we push these, let's say, in there. This guy cuts. They split. Some get in there, ready to be flung up there. Some get in here. They start getting accumulated in here. I could get it faster, but I just want to monitor the situation, right? I set this thing up so that it outputs 6, and the hand is really, really quick. Oh, I didn't get power to these guys. Okay, let's do that. Let's do just that. They don't need to be super quick. So I guess I can power them out of here. Like that? Right, and I need to connect them all. Okay, there they go. They started cooking. See? It doesn't really matter if these things are a little bit slow, because anyway, you need to wait for the stuff to cook. We should have the first few. Yes, we do. Look at that. Now, am I right in believing that... Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, right. I need to reset this. You're right. You're right. You need to go there, my friend. And also, you need to... Can I... Ah, thank you. Need to wait for, I don't know, 8. And then I can reset the thing. There it is. Also, let's collect a few of the leaves, just so that we get a larger batch out of this. Right. So, if I were to speed the entire thing up, what would happen? Now it's 16. Now it's 32. See? Getting a little bit faster. What about 64? Okay, still there's only a few of the stoves running at the same time. Only about 4. 3 or 4. So this thing needs to run much faster. 80? 96? Let's see. Oh, we probably need this to be faster. We need to grind things faster. Let's go 128 for the millstone. How many stoves are running at the same time? 4 or 5? The goal is to get them all running at the same time, of course. It looks like we're almost there, so let's sleep through the night and do the final adjustment. I think it's this guy. And I think it's because I need to get more leaves in the cycle. Let's get another couple. Okay, 32. Have these. Okay, this thing should now be cutting non-stop. Yep, pretty much. It's all backlogged in there, and there's a few in there too. Are we backlogged in this department now? The mechanical hand should be going round robin by itself. I think now it's the millstone. The millstone. Why do I say mill? I don't know. That is selective stuttering for you. The millstone seems to be a little bit slow now. But I mean, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not the millstone, really. It's not the millstone. So let's give everything a little bit more juice. It's 228. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seems faster, right? Oops. I missed that jump. So these two are running, those 3 are running. There are 4 running now. Not enough. We only have 4 running at the same time. 5 maximum. So let's see. Can we get another stove in here? Let's interrupt the entire flow just for a second. Did I say stove? I meant to say millstone. You know that, right? Also, I need more depots. So, there. And there. 6. And I need to grab you again, my friend. Just so that I can tell you that you have 2 inputs right now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 outputs. Right. And now we need to split in here. I didn't need to do that. Oh, come on. Belt, belt. And the side, and the side. Tunnel? Tunnels? Okay. Let's see if this is better. They're both grinding now. Seems like the hand is moving faster. I see, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? I see them all cooking at the same time, more or less. Looks good to me. They're almost all running at the same time. You know what? I could give this thing slightly more juice. Nope, everything stops because I don't have enough power out of this. You know what? I can stop you for a second. No, not enough, not enough. Is it? Okay, maybe it's so fast that I again have that problem where I don't have enough ferns in the cycle. So let me snag a few more out of this. See? It's going through them so quickly that we have to wait for the next batch. Okay, look at that. Looks like I got it almost to the point where all 9 stoves are running at the same time. I think on average there is one empty. And probably because the 2 millstones seem to finish more or less at the same time. But in the end, to be able to get to this, I had to double up the cutting part of it all. So I have to dismantle this part, bring it slightly further down, and yeah, I now have 2 different deployers with flint knives, and then they both input this tunnel block. As before, this portion here goes back up there to get converted back into slimy ferns, and this then splits between the 2 millstones. And I believe we almost fill. Well, no, not almost. This is a full stack right now, but let's do this and let's see how quick this is. Look at that, plus 10, plus 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I think it's backlogged. That's why it's going so quickly at the moment. Well, no, it's super quick. It's actually very, very fast. And I love it. Look at that. Amazing. And of course, it's kind of avoiding the excess at the moment. Anyway, I think this build is a resounding success. Look at this. It's a little bit expensive from the stress units point of view. I think, yeah, this is like 512 each. There's 9. So it's like 4,500. There's another 200. These 3 together account for another 1,000. So we like 5,500, 6,500 and something. So this thing, it's around 6,000 stress units at this speed. However, yeah, extremely quick. And anyway, I was kind of overdoing it. Like, the intent of this entire build was to try and overdo it and make something that was super duper quick. But I don't think that there is a need to go this fast. Like, instead of having 9 stoves, I could have like easily like removed 2. I could have gone with even just 5 stoves and it would have been pretty fast already. Anyway, guys, this is gonna be it for this episode. I hope you had a good time. I had a blast. This was super duper fun to make. However, before this episode actually ends, as promised, I am gonna show you how I set up my dimensional staff and miner genie so that they get automatically repaired. So let's start first of all by having a chest in here somewhere with a hopper and the dimensional mining shaft on top. Okay, for the actual repairing, being that the miner genie lamp itself is enchanted with mending, okay? Just to be clear, it doesn't come enchanted on its own. You gotta put the mending enchantment in there yourself, okay? But it's pretty easy. No big deal with that. Now, how do we get it repaired? We get it repaired by having 2 of these reliquary pedestals next to each other. One of them needs to have a hero's medallion with a number of levels on it. And then you need to right-click on this small button here so that this one at least is activated. Now, you can see that this works if when you right-click the lamp on the adjacent pedestal and pick it up after a while with shift right click, you notice that it actually got repaired. Also, it won't be easy to see, but we lost a little bit of the experience from the hero's medallion. You can look in the bottom right corner, okay? So let's put this back in. Now, using pipes from the mod Pretty Pipes, we will set up a system which basically lets us get the lamp out of here and into here when it's at a certain level of damage, and then from here back in here when it is again pristine, like 100% durability, okay? So we need, of course, some pipes. The one thing that you need to remember is that the dimensional mineshaft, the only way to interact with this slot here is by piping in and out of the topmost from the top, okay? So not the sides, not the bottom, because all the other sides interact with this inventory, okay? If you want to put in and out the magic lamp, you gotta interact from the top, okay? Then let's get a few pipes in here, and let's not do that. Let's connect like so. And then the other thing that we need to do, we need to make sure that we are connecting on 2 separate sides of the pedestal. And I need to get a few more pipes. Actually, 1 might be sufficient here. That's not what I want, but I can use the pipe wrench, shift right click to get that off, and boom, okay. So let me reiterate, you need to have pipes connected to the top side of the dimensional mineshaft and 2 sides, whatever you want, of the pedestal, okay? Now, let's first of all work on the connection that is gonna get the repaired lamp from the pedestal into here, because that's what we have right now. We have a pristine miner lamp, okay? So we choose either this or this, it doesn't really matter. Right click. Now, since we need to go from the pedestal to the dimensional mining shaft, we get a low extraction module, and then on top of that a damage filter module. Now, how do you produce these modules? These are pretty easy. It's stone cutting of either a brass pipe module that is made again by stone cutting a brass machine, or for this one a utility pipe module that is made again by stone cutting an andesite machine. So by the time you have brass machines, you should have everything you need to automate this. So we've put the low extraction and the damage filter modifier. The damage filter modifier says here causes any filter slots to filter by item damage. It means that, okay, this was already set up, but it means that the low extraction module, it has this filter slot. We make it sure that it says allowed, so the only thing that this will extract is gonna be the miner lamp, and because of the damage filter, it needs to be at 100%. durability, okay? And then we can immediately test this by right-clicking the lamp on the pedestal, and the pipe should immediately, there it is, extract it and send it this way, okay? Now, pipes are kind of smart in a sense that in all my tests, I never saw the item do this and get back in. They are also, however, too smart in a sense that if we were to set up the other operation to be in here, that wouldn't work. Because if you put, let's say, an extraction here and one in here for the same kind of item, even though we are setting up the damage filter modifier and the damage value is different, they still won't work, okay? Because it probably, the filter like exclude each other or something, okay? Because if one is requesting the magic lamp and the other two, they say, well, okay, the magic lamp will just stay where it is. However, with two pipes connecting to the same and having different rules, that actually work. So, while I was explaining, this thing should have run at least once, but I will let it go one more time. There is a reason. I think it's a very minor bug, not with the pipes, but with the pedestals, where if the lamp did only one round, it will not get repaired on the pedestal. Now it's done at least 2 rounds, and we can also verify this but by looking in here, and it actually got to go 3 times, so it lost 3 durability in total, right? Now it will work. So if we put it back in here, it would first of all get repaired, and then it would get in here. However, what we want to do instead, we want to set up this facing here to say that this is a low retrieval module, meaning that it will call items towards it, but also it needs to call an item at a specific damage level, okay? Now, previously, if you look at this, I've set it up to take it out when it's at half durability. This, however, takes like maybe half an hour or even more than that, because the lamp is pretty slow anyway. Now, this thing is only 3 cycles in, so it lost only 3 durability damage or anything, and we can just say, okay, when it's at 3 durability or it got 3 out of the total, extract this, okay? Go ahead and retrieve this. And it's gonna do it because it's got the damage filter modifier. The way to test this now is, if I put this back in, the retrieval module should call it immediately. There it is. The retrieval module is calling it. It's getting on the pedestal. It's getting immediately repaired. And now it's getting back in. And as you can see, it's totally repaired and it's now working. And if I set in here like for 90 seconds, probably speeding this up a little bit, you should see it working another complete cycle. Okay, this should be the end of the 3rd cycle. In a second, the retrieval module should call the lamp. Here it is. It's going through the pipe again. Gets on the pedestal, gets repaired really easily, gets back inside. And now you can leave this to do its own thing pretty much indefinitely. Of course, it will continue to get back in here as long as you have levels, or I should say, as long as you have at least enough experience to repair it on the hero's medallion. The nice thing, though, is that, oh, I didn't really want to do that, but anyway, yes, you can shift right-click to transfer levels from you into the hero's medallion, which is something that you should do once in a while if you want to let the entire thing going anyway. But what I was going to say is, if the hero's medallion runs out of experience, the entire thing would still wait for you, and the lamp will never break because it will actually end up waiting on the pedestal instead that inside here. Okay, so this is actually the beauty of this system, that it incorporates this fail-safe, where if you don't have any more experience because you just left it there for, I don't know, 100 hours or something like that, then you would come to here, find, of course, an overflowing chest of resources, and your lamp, if you set it like this, only missing 3 points of durability sitting on this pedestal, right? And we can actually simulate this. Like, if I take out the hero's medallion, and look at that, perfect timing, absolutely perfect timing. The lamp is in there to demonstrate. Let me remove this. See? This is what you would find, because the lamp is here. There's no experience in here to repair it, and you can just come in and do that little bit of maintenance. Of course, now I removed the pipe, so I can't set it up again. Well, actually, I can set it up again, because a really nice touch of these filters and stuff is that they retain their configuration. So as soon as I put the hero's medallion back in there, look at this, it's got repaired and it's back in. Isn't it fantastic? I think this is pretty neat. Okay, pretty neat way to slowly but surely generate a lot of ores. Anyway, this is gonna be now all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Alla prossima!